First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honor to the great millstone, and salutation to all Yakim on the highways and byways bidding to the marriage. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved. Why? Because this so-called white man, Esau, Edom, is killing stuff at alarming rate. Not only that, but the suicide rate is also high. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. The suicide rates, people are bugs and, animals. The suicide rate in America continues to climb. Within 2017, that was 33% higher than 1999 research finds. Wait, let me read. That study, I'm gonna read down here. The study found that among those 15 to 19, the suicide rate was 8 per 100,000. In 2000, increased to 11.8 per 100,000. In 2017, among young adults, 20 to 24, the suicide rate was 12.5 per 100,000 people in 2000, and then rose to 17 per 100,000 in 2017. For some health experts, the rise in suicide comes as no surprise. Although previous research highlighted a dramatic surge in suicide rates among young people, this is unfortunately not a surprise, said Nadine, a professor of psychiatry and behavioral sciences at Emory, University School of Medicine, and chief psychologist at the Grady Health System in Atlanta, who was not involved in a new paper. Other studies have found increases in suicide rates, especially among adolescents and young adults. But the previous research adds a couple of points. One is noting this particular increase in young males, also in younger age group of 15 to 19. Well, young males, yeah. She added that identifying why there has been an increase remains a topic of interest among experts. No, it's not. It's not really a mystery. It's the white man, Esau, making women rule over men, and you got men that are weak. They don't want to deal with, just you got the food, you got the poison in the air, you got the medications out there. Like Esau knows, Esau's playing, Women rule over, the scripture, that prophesied this is gonna happen. Women ruling over us, we'll get, guess what? That happens. That happened, woman, a woman's bugged out, crazy, stressing men out, I guess, and dudes just off themselves. And you got food, there's poison in the food, Esau's taking away, animals are dying. They're supposed to help the air or the trees, medication, pills. Like, everything that's supposed to help, Esau's just doing the opposite. Doing, that's in his spirit, to just do wickedness. There's something else, killing off bugs. The Lord doesn't come back. They're all gonna die. Look, the world insects are hurtling down a path to extinction. The world's insects. Do you know how many bugs there are in the world? Like beetles, bees, flies, mosquitoes. There's grasshoppers, roaches, ladybugs. What else? Spiders. There are massive amounts of different types of creatures on this planet, and they're dying. All these species, there's probably hundreds of thousands, trillions, a lot of them, hurtling down to extinction, threatening a catastrophic collapse in nature's ecosystem. Esau knows how to kill it. Esau using stuff from the left hand side. More than 40% of insect species are declining, and a third are endangered. Look at that. Some are on decline, endangered, or extinct. See, Esau is a demon. Like there's bees, the most common. You know, look. I'm gonna read this. 400,000 insect species face extinction. As many as 40% of the world's insects may die off, according to a new report. Experts link. The threat was a possibility of another impending mass extinction event. Some species like butterflies are disproportionately affected even by these dire standards. Look, I'm gonna read. What will happen if insects become extinct? Animals that mainly eat insects, such as birds and frogs, would die from a lack of food. Later on, the animals that eat those birds and frogs would also die of hunger. Plant roots would lack the underground air they need. Could possibly die without insects burrowing into the soil and creating air spaces in it. So look at that. The whole world needed. Look at this. This is beautiful. The Lord created everything to work together. Then you have Esau. He doesn't fit the. He doesn't fit in the ecosystem. So what did he do? He messes it all up because he had no purpose. He doesn't have nothing. Esau. He doesn't live for nothing. His purpose is to destroy. Possibly die. Without insects burrowing into the soil and creating air spaces in it. So there'll be no air spaces in it. Among the most popular are cicadas, locusts, mantises, grubs, caterpillars, crickets, ants, and wasps. And insects make our world much more interesting. In reality, most insects are beneficial to humans and the environment, not detrimental. One of the most important services insects provide is pollination. Though some plants are self-pollinated or wind-pollinated, many flowers plants rely on insects to transport their pollen to other flowers, ensuring fertilization. Let me read this. Esau, man. This is why the Lord has, the world insects are hurtling down a path to extinction, threatening a catastrophic collapse of nature's ecosystems. You know, So if the Lord doesn't come back, this is, catastrophic collapse, of ecosystem. But that's why the Lord's gonna come back before everything dies out. Because if He doesn't, then there'd be no flesh left to be saved. More than 40% of the insect species are declining, and a third are endangered. The analysts found the rate of extinction is 8 times faster than that of mammals. Wow. Birds and reptiles. The total mass of insects is falling by precipit. Okay, 2.5% a year, according to the best data available, suggesting they could vanish within a century. So basically, another 10 years and they'll be gone. Esau got issues. You really can't get. It's in the spirit. The Lord created Yahweh Shemashai created him for that. Just to do that. If we didn't want to listen to him, the Lord's gonna show us a world of wickedness. And He did. Esau took a white man, the worst of the worst. The planet is at the start of a sixth mass extinction in its history, with huge losses already reported in larger animals that are easier to study, but insects are by far the most varied, abundant animals, outweighing humanity by 17 times. They are essential for the proper functioning of all ecosystems. The researchers say as food for other creatures, pollinators and recyclers of nutrients. Insect population collapses have recently been reported in Germany and Puerto Rico, but the review strongly indicates the crisis is global. The researchers set out their conclusions in unusually forceful terms for a peer-reviewed scientific paper. The insect trends confirm that the sixth major extinction event is profoundly impacting on life forms on our planet. Unless we change our ways of producing food, insects as a whole will go down the path of extinction in a few decades, they write. The repercussions this will have for our planet ecosystem are catastrophic, to say the least. Esau's a demon. Esau, everything's a mystery, or we don't know what's going on, or he could address it in this article right here. Change our ways of our producing our food. Talking about these factories, fossil fuel. But Esau, he likes to play the Riddler. He likes to this is Batman. He's the Riddler because he likes to play games. He never straightforward. He's a child. That's what women do. That's what kids do. He's gonna go around. He wants to not answer a direct question on why this is happening. Instead, we gotta produce. There's more than that. Unless we're changing, unless we change our ways of producing food. There's more than just changing our ways of producing food. There's some, the poison in the air, the water, radiation, you know, mercury. Um, they got that raid spray. They spraying the chemicals on plants just because bugs eat them. There's other ways of moving bugs out of certain insects or bugs without having to use chemicals all the time. Esau, man, he's sick. I'm gonna read it down. If insect species loses cannot be halted, this will have a catastrophic consequence for both the planet ecosystem and for the survival of mankind. Look at that. And Esau's being a demon and only addressed himself, mankind, because he's not a colored person, anyways. But anyways, because he's only survived. He only trying to save himself, anyways. Esau's not. Esau's all about helping himself, because he's a greedy person. You know. Ted Francisco Sanchez at the Bay or at the University of Sydney, Australia, who wrote the review, was Chris White-Hyde at the China Academy of Agriculture Sciences in Beijing. But I don't want to go to scripture though. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yet also because he transgresses by wine, he's a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who desires his hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. So, you look, he transgresses by wine. He's a proud man. Neither keepeth at home. No, he don't keep at home. He's always somewhere else. He's always up and about. This is what Donald Trump is. He's always moving around. He never mind his business. Who enlarges desires hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. Look, he can never be satisfied. He wants to destroy. He wants to destroy. He wants to just, you know. So imagine that. Imagine if Esau could get off planet Earth to go to other planets. This is what he would think of: go to war and try to steal their resources. This is all Esau ever thinks about. You know. Why don't keep going? But gather unto him all nations. He was found to him all people. So he's trying to take everything and everybody. But sanctions, control countries, and he already doing that. Right, this is a suicide one, I think. I'll read a little more on the insects or the bugs. One of the biggest impacts of insect loss is on the many birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish that eat insects. If this food source is taken away, all these animals starve to death, he says. Such cascading effects have already been seen in Puerto Rico, where a vent study revealed a 98% fall in ground insects over 35 years. 98%. Wow, 98%. The news analyst selected 73 best studies done to date to assess the insect decline. Butterflies and moths are among the worst hit. For example, the number of widespread butterfly species fell by 58% on farmed land in England between 2000 and 2009. The UK has suffered the biggest recorded insect fall overall. though that is probably a result of being more intensely studied than in most places. Bees have also been seriously affected, with only half of bumblebee species found in Oklahoma. In the U.S. in 1949 being present in 2013, the number of honeybee colonies in the U.S. was 6 million in 1943, but 3.5 million have been lost since. Wow, that's ridiculous. That's how does that how does that number get split? That's Esau, man. What is he's doing something, man. Because how do you do that? How do you just split a number that a high of a number down? And there's so many, man, Esau, man. He's gonna have hell to pay. Not only for what he did to Israel, but for every single thing. Everything's accounted for. There are more than 350,000 species of beetle, and many are thought to have declined, especially dung beetles. But there are also big gaps in knowledge with very little known about many flies, ants, amphibs, shield bugs, and crickets. Experts say there is no reason to think they are faring any better than the studied species. But they keep talking about, or don't like, they keep, it's increasing to, okay, finally. Okay, I was hoping they'll get into why this is all happening instead of just telling this is happening, tell us why. So I'm going to get into it. There are always some species that take advantage of vacuum left by extinction of other animals, said Sanchez. In the U.S., the common eastern bumblebee is decreasing due to its tolerance of pesticides. See, look at that. Esau trying to kill him, and the Lord, they're more resilient than Esau is. Look at that. They're not even harmed by the pesticides no more. The Lord made them in a way where they can just adapt to the environment. Esau, there's bugs that can adapt faster than Esau. Esau, man, if he go through something, he's shaking. Okay, endangered. What is the white sun? 41% of global insect species have declined over the past decade. All insects 41%. Caddisflies at 68%. It's not 68%, but 68. So red means endangered, orange means threatened, and decline. Stoneflies, flies, dragonflies. This is 41%. There's a lot of bugs in this world. See, this is why we have the Leviathan, and the seawater. This doesn't affect only on land either. Affects the waters, affects this is the earth is gonna the earth is gonna go against. I forgot, roughly paraphrasing. The earth is gonna go against Esau, but I forgot, roughly paraphrasing. Everything. Because Esau's killing everything. Most of the studies analyzed were done in Western Europe and in the U.S., with a few ranging from Australia to China and Brazil to South Africa, but very few exist elsewhere. The main cause of the decline is agriculture intensification, Sanchez Bayo said. That means the elimination of all trees and shrubs that normally surround the field. So there are plain bare fields that are treated with synthetic fertilizer and pesticides. He said the demise of insects appears to have started at the dawn of the 20th century, accelerated during the 1950s-1960s, and reached alarming proportions over the last 2 decades. He thinks new classes of insecticides introduced in the last 20 years, including neonicotinoids, and have been particularly damaging as they are used routinely in persistent environment. They sterilize the soil, killing all grubs. This has effects even in nature reserved nearby. 75% insects loses recorded in Germany were in protected area. Look at this. The world must know. The Edomites must change the way it produces food. This is Esau's fault. You know, you got Esau. You got not only Esau but Moab following Esau. This is not. Everybody keeps saying the world, but Esau doesn't want to take responsibility. He wants to group it as like it's everybody's fault. Including ours. No, it's just your fault. Esau can't take that. Esau, he doesn't want to be blamed for nothing. He just wants to be found innocent. You're not innocent, you know. They found themselves not guilty, roughly paraphrasing. This is Esau. This is Esau's kingdom. This is what he likes to do. Kill stuff. He's a monster. This is what the sword is. The sword. This is Esau's blessing to just destroy. No, it doesn't matter. In any type of it could be chemicals, sorcery, any way he can kill something, he will do it. He will do it. He'll make a weapon. He may, I don't know, drop a bomb. May make poison. Put it. He just see he's able to weaponize anything. He could take something so small like some type of powder and turn that go circle in some type of glass container and drip have these drip. I don't know, man. These scientists have a whole bunch of stuff. Man, I'm just saying that Esau, man, is a monster. It's industrial scale. Intensive agriculture is the one that is killing the ecosystems, he said. In the tropics, where industrial agriculture is often not yet present, present, the rise in temperatures due to significant climate change are thought to be a significant factor in the decline. The species there have adapted very stable conditions that have little ability to change, as seen in Puerto Rico. No, I'll cover the scripture before I end it. See, this is why Esau got to be destroyed. Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1. I'm going to go down to I'll just say it when I'm done. But Isaiah 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? That is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? So he's gonna just walk all over Esau. Esau ain't nothing. He's like how you step on a balloon when you see one? You just step on it. I don't do that because that noise is annoying. But anyways, you just like step on it. It's like, you know, see a roach, step on it, you stomp on it. That's Esau. He's just annoying pest that just keeps coming back. He's just so the Lord, when the Lord comes, you're not gonna see Esau no more. You're gonna stomp him. That roach that you've been having a problem with in your house, that's Esau right there. Just think of that, and the Lord is gonna come back, just swipe him like, just kind of like that fly that keep buzzing your house and you got a fly swatter and he's wham. That's Esau. He's just that annoying buzzing here, getting very annoying. You don't notice him, right? In the beginning, you don't, before you join the truth, you don't notice the so-called white man is the issue with everything. It's like that annoying fly, right? Then you started waking up, you think of it like you're buying yourself a fly swatter from CVS and you see that fly, you get tired of it. You get so tired of it, you just bam, just like smack that fly splat against the wall. That's Esau. That's what the Lord gonna, that's how the Lord feels. He's tired of Esau, he's messing up everything, Esau is just, and the Lord, look at this. I'm gonna keep reading. I have trodden the winepress alone. Wait, hold up. I read from 2 again. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in mine fury. Their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Yeah, my example is kind of small compared to this. This is like more extreme. It's kind of like you play Mortal Kombat or something, some type of fighting, Final Destination. This is serious. The Lord's coming back and He's not playing. This is stuff like this you shouldn't play about. World War III when the Lord come back and people are playing. Everybody, that's all everybody does is play on Facebook. Like there's some things to not joke about. But I'm going down to 4. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I was wondering, there was none to help. Behold, therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I will tread down the people in mine anger, and make them drunk in my fury. I will bring down their strength to the earth. You know, down to the earth. I will mention the loving kindness of the Lord and praises of the Lord, according to all that the Lord has bestowed on us. The great goodness toward the house of Israel, which he has bestowed on them, according to his mercies and according to his multitude of his loving kindness. For surely they are my people, children that will not lie, so he was their Savior. You know? But yeah, the Lord's coming back. He's gonna stomp on him. Esau ain't nothing. None was with him. No man was with him. The Lord can single-handedly take on Esau. But he's gonna bring the angels. Michael, the great prince, to stand up for thy people. Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. We gotta focus on that. Read be written. We gotta stay positive. We're almost out of here. And at that time, Michael is gonna stand up. Hold up. People are not looking for the signs. Jake is. Forget Jake. Jake. Israel's lost right now. I be seeing everything on social media. It's a bunch of nonsense. There's nothing to look at. It's just the same stuff over and over again. It's always a joke. It's always a joke being made. It's like there's nothing to be happy with. There's stuff coming that you should take serious. It's just like now and then you joke and all, but there's just a lot happens. There's a lot coming. I'm trying. I need to work on that more. Be more serious. There's nothing. There's nothing to play about. What is there? There's nothing. You know. Just be happy the kingdom. Is coming. Lord's will. We be part of it. Found that number. Lord's will. We never know what could happen. But I'm gonna get Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to rend his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. These chariots people be seeing, calling them UFO, unidentified flying objects. Esau's he's a liar. Stop lying, Esau. That's Esau. That's all he does is lie. You know. So the Lord's got to come back. Because everything's gonna be, everything the Lord works for will be destroyed if he doesn't. These beautiful trees. The bugs, the animals. I remember this one time I seen this I seen this squirrel just laying on the fence. It just looked funny because even the smallest of animals have a sense of, like, they just do funny stuff. It's just funny looking at them sometimes. Just sitting there, they just you know just like they're so different. Their physical features is amazing. Different colors. Everything the Lord made is different. Beautiful. Like the changes of colors in the trees. I like fall. Fall. Orange to yellow to green to that. Then you have winter, which is snow. Then you have spring that brings forth life again. Then the summer, where it's always hot. It's amazing. That's all amazing. And if the Lord didn't come back, Esau would destroy it all. It would be nothing. And the sky would probably be gray or black with smoke. Trees be dead. You know. Or water to Yahweh Bashim Yashai for making make me part of this truth. Lord's will. This video is edifying, but we gotta keep praying. We're almost there. We're almost out of here. Lord's will. Yahweh Shai, make us be found in that number. Lord's will. So I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Double honor to the other great millstone, and salutations to all y'all came on the highways and byways. Till next time, I say shalom.